Hello and welcome back to the Apocalypse. Varmithrax here, and this is episode number 127 of our Let's Play tutorial for Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. And we're hanging out in our marvelous scouting combat vehicle. I'm kind of on the other side of town. We're about to head back to base. I think we've found enough diesel for the testing that I'd like to do for our new RV. So we're going to kind of work our way back around the edge of the town here, kind of staying pretty close so I can keep an eye on some things. We may stop if we see something in particular that I want to check, but otherwise we're just going to make our way back to the base and load the RV up with some diesel and do some road testing. So, let's get moving. Hop back in, start the engine up. Zoom out a bit. Alright, no, we'll go around these. Nah, let's just go around. I've been through these parts of town fairly often. Don't think there's going to be anything very interesting that direction. There's some possible solar panels. They're probably all broken, but we'll stop real quick just to make sure. I'm still going to be on the lookout for solar panels for a while. Alright, which way are these facing here? Destroyed, pretty damaged. Damaged, so we'll go ahead and... Really? You want to come mess with me? Come here, you. Oh, that's what I thought. I think that's all we're going to get out of it. Hello, turret. I forgot all about the turret. Alright, no gas. Pretty tore up. Don't think there's going to be anything I care about in here. Nah. I don't want to mess with the turret. We're leaving the area anyway. There's no particular reason to deal with that. Just too far right there. Alright, refill diesel. I don't. Got the rubber hose, I've got the jerry can. Alright, let's siphon diesel, fill right there. Oh, this is going to take a little bit. Okay, that is it. So we've got 250 liters of standard gasoline in our scout vehicle, good amount of clean water, and battery's doing fine. No damage to it. Let's go get it parked. Okay, anything we want to take in with us? Nothing from there. Few items. Alright, let's unload all through there. Yes, yes. Yeah, it's going to be everything. Alright, so we're back at base. Let's get something to eat and drink real quick. Okay, phone slaked, and what are we going to do? So let's actually jump back in here. Check the status. So how are we looking? We got 67% of diesel, and that's 67% of 260 liters, so 135 liters. Should be plenty for our testing purposes. We've got just about full water. We've got plutonium cells. Batteries are all maxed out. I think that's about the best we can hope for. So in looking at our speed and ratings for the vehicle, we've got a safe/top speed of 164 and 732. Which is ridiculous for a 26,000 pound luxury RV with all this gear and armor plating and so on in it. Our acceleration is 15 miles per hour per T, which I think is per tick or for time increment, per round for 6 seconds, which is what the normal movement time frame is in the game when you move a turn. I'm assuming, so let's see, we've also got a 64% off-road. So somebody pointed out or suggested that the off-road percent indicates the percentage of your safe and top speed that you can use when you're traveling off-road. So if it's 50% off-road percentage and you've got 100% top speed, then 50% of that 100 would be, or yeah, it would be 50 top speed. So I'm not 100% sure that's the way it works. I can't really find too much details on the off-road percentage, but we're not going to go very fast in this thing. I never will. So I don't think... Let's see. If it says safe speed of 164, I'm going to assume 50% of that is going to be safe and won't harm our engine. So I'm not going to push it over 80 miles per hour probably. I wouldn't travel that fast anyway. It's just way too hard to try to avoid things, especially in something this big. But we'll see how it travels. If we can get to a straight road, we might push it up a little further. I do have some spare engines. If it comes down to it, I could replace an engine. I wouldn't be happy doing it, but we could manage it, so we'll see what we can do. The things I want to test out, though, are the speed maneuverability, what kind of miles per hour or miles per gallon of gas that we get type of efficiency, so fuel efficiency. See if it's a gas guzzler, because these types of things, I don't know the mechanics and the actual numbers involved well enough to say for certain how it's going to perform. I also want to try running it off of just the electrical engine as opposed to the diesel engine, and we'll see if it can move on that enhanced electric motor. I'm thinking probably not, mainly because of the weight of the vehicle. Electric motors are part of solar vehicles, which generally are built with super light frames and light equipment and so on, so I'll be amazed if this thing actually moves on that electric motor. We'll see, though. We'll see what we can do with it. And then we want to test regeneration rates of our electricity system. See just how effective that mini reactor is. Although that I'm going to be really, really careful with, because plutonium cells are so hard to get a hold of. So we won't do a whole bunch of testing with that. But we got a lot of things I want to take a look at. So what can we set for kind of a goal? We don't have any good roads nearby unless I go... I don't want to go all the way over here to test this long straightaway. No reason to go up that direction. I was thinking of just taking a trip along a road somewhere, but we don't have any real convenient roads other than the one we're going to take to the far south. I think maybe initially we will just come down this way diagonally off-road, hit the main road here just south of the minefield, and then we'll see what kind of speed we can get up to heading down this direction. Maybe I'll take it to the mall. That'd be kind of entertaining to take this thing to the mall and see what those turrets do. I'll have to think about that one. Sure would be amusing to take this thing to the mall and open up with especially that laser turret, but we'll try to find a simpler target to test it with before we go crazy. Alright, so do we want to load this thing up with anything? Right now it's just got ammo for the turrets, and it's got a pot right here. Oh, it doesn't give me an option to grab an item. Oh, there it is, grab item. So yeah, I've just got a pot right there. I think we'll at least grab one of the jerry cans. We've already got Cartsy in my inventory. We've got the rubber hose, so we're good for siphoning fuel should we need to. Let's actually just throw this stuff right in here. We'll throw the jerry can and the rubber hose. And I've forgotten already how much space these side components have. 62, so... Front door, 1, 2, 3 back from the front door. So there's the door there, 1, 2, 3, so right there. Okay, yeah, so 20 out of 62 is being used. Alright, so shouldn't be a problem then. We'll throw Cartsy in there as well. Cartsy's only 6 volume. And we'll throw the toolbox in there too. So this is the kind of convenience that I'm going to enjoy, is being able to have ready-to-go compartments on the exterior of the vehicle that I can just step up to, grab gear for a particular mission, and be off and running. and not have to sort through a bunch of stuff to try to get my gear ready. So I may have preserved foods in one, travel gear, medical gear, things like that. I kind of figure it out as I go, but it'll make for a nice convenience. Alright, so we got that. Let's definitely grab some repair things, just in case things go horribly wrong. We'll need the welding goggles. Most of the rest of this we have built in now. We'll take some UPSs. We'll take the bottle jack. That, I think, will give us just about everything we need for any kind of repair. The rest of this is all frames and miscellaneous parts. Probably... Do I have clearance to move through here? I do, so... I won't have to turn until I get past this. I gotta be careful to make sure I don't turn when I've got a bunch of gear or a building nearby this heavily armored vehicle. Alright, I think we're okay there. Let's shift this stuff down a space, though. Okay. Anything else we want to take? I've got some fresh eggs. Weapon-wise, I think we're fine. We've got our 250 round RM88 battle rifle. That will be more than enough to take care of any kind of craziness that might happen. Plus the weapons built into the RV. I think I might just do a little bit more food and we'll get off and running. I can't think of much else we would need to take, actually, other than some tool type things. Let's make sure I've got a lantern. Grab some ID cards just in case. Grab a pickaxe. What else could we possibly need? I think that's all I'm going to worry about for now. I think I've got a destination in mind. It's a bit of a double back kind of a trip, but I think we might roll south all the way south down to here. We have a military bunker we haven't been into right here. So let's do that. It's pretty close to our destination area, but I want to see kind of how long it takes us to get to this point. That will probably be our midpoint for when we take our trip. That'll be our first stop, where we'll get out of the vehicle, then run or ride a bike back to home, grab the scout vehicle, and come back down. So as our part of our leapfrog chain, somewhere in this area, maybe in this town, depending on if we get it cleared out, we might use it. But that'll give us a pretty good trip, I think. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We might turn around sooner, but I think that's going to be a good one. So we've got that. Let's check our food pile here. Let's grab some smoked meat. And some sausage. I think that'll be plenty. Alright, we'll drop the food items here in with that. We'll keep a hold of that. Okay. Let's drop the rucksack as well. There we go. So we're at just under 4 volume out of 11, shown right here. And we've got our spear and our throwing knives. We've got our battle rifle for emergencies. We've got a backup Beretta. Got some food, our cash card, our medical gear. I think we're all set. So, okay, the inaugural voyage. I need to name this thing too. There's an idea. So for anybody watching the episode, if you have a suggestion for a name for this RV apocalyptic Deathmobile thingy, let me know in chat or in my Discord channel. Probably be easier to keep track of in the Discord channel, but let me know what you think. We need to give a name to this thing, so I am open to suggestions. Alright, I'm not going to take the NPC with us. We will take him when we make our actual move, but for this quick trip, we're not going to take him. And we don't have a lot of roads. So we're actually going to be testing the off-road capability before anything else happens. I think we are all set. So let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. Turn the engine on, and we need lots of things. Actually, what time is it? Noon? Not a problem. Noon's fine. Turn on the camera system so we can see. I'm not going to worry about turrets at the moment. I'm not going to fiddle with the engines. Don't need any of the rest of that. Alright, I think we are ready to move. Or try to, anyway. Seems awful dark out here. Autumn, day 12. Just because it's so overcast with the heavy rain. No, it's something to do with the vehicle and the camera system. So if we turn on the overhead lights, then it lights up a larger amount. So it is just the lighting. The camera system just can't capture the light as well, so it's just a penalty you have, especially during the rain. I think it'll get better when the rain stops, but I think we can see far enough that we can go without the overhead lights. So, okay, here we go. So once again, I don't plan on going over 80 initially until we get some testing in and see just how much fuel we're going to burn and things like that. So let's just set it at 20 and slowly, whoops, actually no, don't turn in the slightest until I clear these things. I don't want my ass end of this thing to swing around. Alright, we're going to swing straight south. And for the most part, I'm going to be ignoring bushes. Wow, we really can't see very far. I thought I'd be able to see farther. Adds a bit. Still got a bit of a light blind spot. That corridor to my right, so the positioning on one of the flood lamps is a little odd, or something's blocking it somehow, but we're going to go with it just like that for a short bit. I want to see how much energy I burn driving with the overhead lights on, because that's going to be something I'm going to need to know about if we are choosing to travel at night. Alright. So far, movement's fine. Oh, rain must be letting up. Now it's just drizzling, so our visibility improved. Let's turn those off. And kick it up to 40. Not sure why I'm trying to avoid bushes. Just habit. Boulders is really the only thing I should care about. Movement is still very smooth and easy. Let's start curling over. Hello, pack of dogs. Alright, let's move it up to 50. And I'm going to stop when I hit the road, and we're going to check a few things. Alright, let's bring it back down to 0. Alright, centered again. Let's let go of the controls. I'm going to leave everything else the way it is. We're going to step off of the seat, and we're going to check the stats here. Alright, so we're down to 87% energy. Now it's overcast and raining and drizzling, so we're not getting much energy regen off of our solar panels right now. I'm really surprised that it only took 13% energy with the floodlights actually glaring away. That seems like a pretty good deal so far. We're down to 67% diesel. I can't remember what we were at, so 134 diesel in liters. So I gotta remember what that number is so I can kind of compare just how much we're burning. Everything else, of course, is just fine. Alright, let's do an experiment. Let's control the vehicle and let's tell it to turn the engine off. We don't have anything else on right now. I'm going to tell it to toggle that off. Finished. Alright, I'm not even sure this electric engine can move this thing, so this will be a little entertaining. Does it show me any information? So it's showing me a safe speed of 107, which is definitely different, and acceleration's only 10. So I think that's due to the motor switch out. But I am still perfectly happy with that. So if this thing has a 10 safe top speed on a road, and if I still hold to that half value for off-roading just to be safe, that still gives me 50 to 60. We got a 64% off-road, so I think 60 miles per hour would still be quote-unquote a safe off-road speed. Let's try to move this thing with just the electric engine. So we're at 87% battery. I'm not going to turn the overhead lights on. I want to see just what kind of movement I get out of this. So 87%. Let's go ahead and start the RV up. We've got the camera system, and we've got the motor going, the electric motor. So let's go ahead and get it up, and it's moving. So that motor can actually move this thing. That's crazy. All right, how am I doing for road? Let's take it off road for a bit. Still moving just fine. Kick it up to 50. Still no problems. Another question is, what's my drive skill at? My driving's at 10. Alright, all those long scouting missions, I haven't been watching what my driving skill's been doing, but so we got really good driving skills, so that's going to compensate tremendously for skids and sliding and anything else. Well, so far I'm impressed, but let's actually travel a bit. Ooh, hello you. Alright, we're going to stop for this. We pull in. Ooh, feral predator's coming. Oh man. Okay, here we go. This is our opportunity. Turn on overhead lights so we got a nice clear view. There he is, right there, feral predator. Alright, so weapons test time. Can't wait. Alright, let's see here. Aim turret manually. Turrets in range, the M249, the M2 Browning, and the turbo laser. Is it going to fire all three of them? They're looking like it. Oh, that was a whole lot of wasted bullets, but The laser turret was hilarious. Man, I'm glad we didn't let him get any closer. The range on that explosion is huge. Well, we just made some noise, so if there's anything else in the area, it's going to come. Alright, well, let's let the view settle back to the vehicle here. Ooh, Zombie Master, all sorts of crazy stuff coming out of the woodwork. So now my question is, how do I tell it to not fire certain turrets? Aim individual turret. No, before I do anything, cancel. Let go of the controls. So we're at 77% energy. So we both drove a bit of a half circle on just the battery power and the electric motor, and fired off a turbo laser, and we dropped, what, 10% of one battery? Oh boy, this thing's going to be a massive juggernaut of awesome. Alright, so we got the Zombie Master coming. Let's see if we've got range to hit that guy. So he's down that way. I think pretty sure he's in range. Alright, so oops, didn't want, I guess I had to do that, so we'll do that. So we're going to aim an individual turret, just the turbo laser, and it automatically picked him because he's the only target in range. I can't see down there though, that's kind of annoying. Can I change the view? Nope, then I have to hit escape. Alright, I don't see a good way of doing this because I can't move my view when I'm aiming the turret. So we'll still do that. Still do that. I can see here from the path that it's targeting him, and it says here what it's targeting, so that's the best I can do. Whoa, wait. It's saying all three turrets are in range. Here. Individual turret. Just you. Aw. I really don't want it to fire bullets out of those other two turrets. Well, let's give it a try. I need to figure out the interface. Alright, so it just fired the one. Zombie Master died. That's going to be so amusing. I don't know, I'm really thinking of going to the mall in this thing. Oh, that turbo laser is going to be sick. We can do some crazy stuff with that. Alright. Take a look at our vehicle again. Oh, we're driving again. Let go of the controls. That didn't use hardly any energy. Is it pulling energy out of the plutonium reactor? I think that's the same as it was before. Huh. So, I'm just looking at the interface. Up here I can see enhanced electric motor, fuel is the battery, usage yes, and the diesel engine is on no. So it is using the engines accordingly to what I told it to. So we are running everything currently off the enhanced electric motor. Alright, well I am all sorts of amused. So far things are looking more efficient than I expected by a large margin. I'm trying to figure out if maybe something's broke, because we should be using more energy than that to run this thing, but we haven't done nearly enough testing yet, so we'll see. But I think that's where I'm going to end the episode for now, so hope you'll join me for the next one, of course, and let me know how you're feeling about the series and the episode in the comments below, or via my Discord channel that I've got linked as well. Love to hear comments and feedback. It's the only way I can find out how I'm doing and what areas I need to improve in, so please don't be shy. I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, hope to see you next episode. Have a great day. Bye-bye.